What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q here from Retro Q Gaming, and well, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going back to some of our old usual ways. Now this time, there's no blue wall, but you know what time it is, and let's just pretend there is one there, because then you know what that means. We got a nice big yellow box to unbox today. Now, I haven't decided on what we're going to call this video just yet, but it'll probably give it away to an extent, or let you know the general idea of what we have next. Anywho, I'll explain it a little bit real quick just before we go any further. So, as everyone should know, I'm a bit of a recovering D&D fanatic. So, in an effort to get on back into the hobby, which I've been trying to do on and off for the last few years, decided to get myself something a little bit special, something a little bit unique and custom in a way. And I decided, thanks to a company we have here in Ireland, individual company, I guess it's technically just one guy, maybe his family, but he does all the work, you get the idea. It's a company called Dakota Irish, and he makes custom, handmade, all different types of stuff that you need for tabletop games. Dice, what am I, completely drawing a blank here. Dice, obviously, like we said. Dice trays, dice towers, dice jails, dice chest, various other accoutrements, if you will. And I decided I'd get myself a little something special in order to do so. Now, this box is much bigger than I expected. The measurements of what I bought were on there, but to be honest, I didn't read them. Now, I haven't opened this yet. This arrived this morning. I have slit open everything you see here just so I can easily get into the whole thing, because I'm going to have to do this mostly with one hand for the start. But let's go. Let's see what we have in here for ourselves, because this is significantly bigger than I expected. Oh, maybe that's why I thought they were going to be the size of this. They could still be just hidden in underneath all of... Ah, no, I think I see. Okay, 1 second. We have to just look at the side for a second, because I just want to confirm some paperwork. Yeah. We can't have that out in the open. But other than that, everything looks good. So let's get... Oh, this is a mess. I don't really want to mess up everything here, but I guess I'm going to have to. Let's just... So first off, let me give it a quick little clean. We get a specific little thank you message. 1 second, I'll open this. We got a special little message for me. Thanks for your support and patience. Hoping you enjoy your, well, maybe I shouldn't put them there because it might give it away what I've just bought. Don't go back and rewatch that. But anywho, let's get in and look a little bit closer. We got a nice kind of custom bespoke box. I hate using the word bespoke. It gets overused these days. I never really use it. So I don't feel like I feel like I can get away with it. This is a little bit messy. I know a special little someone that would love this box. And probably more so the like fake straw that comes with it for her rabbits. But I think it's fake straw, just kind of packing straw. So I don't think they can probably have that. Now we have two boxes here for the moment. It's all a little bit messy, but we'll do what we gotta do. Now, we're going to start with just one here first off for the moment. I don't know which way this opens. It looks like it may... Ah, no, there's a flap here at the bottom. Okay. Luckily, this also doubles up as a tripod, so we can do it as needed. So we'll flip on open. This is a very nice box, I will say. It's obviously a custom box for the thing. That's the website for anyone who's interested in checking out this kind of stuff. Be it what I'm about to open here. Oh, by the way, before we go any further, I do want to say, naturally, I have no affiliation with all of this. All of this was bought by myself, and you get the idea. Yada, yada, yada. So, let's open this bad boy up, shall we? Now, like I said, I bought two different individual units. Artisan, handcrafted, and distinctive. Some people, I've recently found out some people call this word artisan, which is kind of weird if you ask me, but you get the idea. So I ordered two different things. We'll see which one is which, but you get the idea. Now, seems we know it. This one is, we got a nice little card telling us all about the materials used, the type of wood, name, wenge, I believe it is, probably what is maybe the Latin name, a little bit about it. Wenge is a very dark tropical timber from Africa where it is often used in flooring due to it being quite dense and durable. It is a popular wood used in making musical instruments such as pieces from Mosrite, Ibanez and Court, Warwick, Conklin, Crush and Yamaha. Okay, I've heard of Ibanez and Yamaha. It is also a popular wood-turning species due to dimensional stability and color contrast when mixed with lighter woods such as maple. And then, of course, there are all their commitments to handcrafted individual products. It's individual and custom created, meaning it will have its own character, like unique grain, size, and shape. And you get the idea. We've got care instructions for the whole thing as well, for your dice tray and tower. Well, I guess this gives it away that it is a dice tray. Care of the shellac finish. Now, I'm not going to go into details about this whole thing on here, simply because that's not the important part. But anywho, let's go back. We've got a nice gold packing paper. We'll open this bad boy up. Have a nice little look on it. It's got some good weight to it. It smells exceptional, as strange as that may sound, simply because, you know, but wood and the finish and all of that smells very, very nice. So, this is the Wenge dice tray. We'll pop in a little tripod dealio here for the moment, just to give you a general idea. So I don't know if it shows. It contrasts very, very well with this coffee table. It's a nice, it's probably better. And we'll leave it here for the moment. It's a nice dark. In the pictures on the website initially, which is what made me order this, it was displayed with the white leather on the inside, and it looked like a pure black wood. Now, seeing it in person, it is a very, very dark wood. It is not black. It is very, very dark brown, almost black, but it is noticeably like a dark brown. But again, it's still very, very nice. So we have two different individual pieces in here. Of course, we have the little bit here. This is for random storage or whatnot. They also make a dice tower that fits in perfectly in here. and you can get it made in the same finish, the same wood, etc., etc. So it can match essentially. Now I didn't opt for one of those, but it feels exceptional. It feels very high quality, including the leather. Just got a little tiny bit of runoff. The leather feels nice, the white leather. The wood feels really good. The construction is very high quality. It's very solid. You don't have any creakiness or any like loose joints or anything. The bottom of it is nice too. It's got a very slick finish and 4 rubber feet, of course, to prevent it sliding around and whatnot. So far, I'm very, very happy with our first little tray we have here, our little wenge tray. Like I said, I won't say criticism, because it's always kind of hard to tell. But like I said, in the picture, I did intentionally originally buy it because I was going for the black on white finish, or the white on black finish. But this is like 99% as good because of how dark it is, the color, the type of wood, the texture of the wood and all as well. It's close to the same thing. Yes, I would have preferred if it did turn out to be just pure black. I'm pretty sure there is no natural pure black wood, so it would have required something to be done to it, but you get the idea. Anywho, we'll leave, you know what, we'll leave this aside. We're not going to put it away. What I'm going to do is we're going to move our little nice display box off for the moment so we can get ourselves some more space. So next up, we have another one. Now, what is this one? We'll pop this one open in our same little way. There's 2 little magnets in here. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, they're up the top there. But you get the idea. So for here, we have a mahogany type of wood. Our Suyenta macrophylla. Honduran mahogany is the only true mahogany species grown commercially. It is a straight, fine, even grain and is relatively free of voids and pockets. It is reddish-brown in color. Its reddish-brownish color darkens over time and displays a reddish sheen when polished. It has excellent workability and is very durable. It has been and still is widely used for fine furniture. Mahogany is also a tone wood used for musical instruments because of its ability to produce a very deep, warm tone compared to other commonly used woods. I'm a big fan of mahogany. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells like rich mahogany. I guess my home smells like rich mahogany. But you get the idea. So let's see what our mahogany one is going to turn out like. Now, straight away, you're going to notice a big difference on here. Because unlike our wenge tray, which only had the option for, I believe it's Italian white leather on the inside, we have 2 different options for our mahogany. One of which was, I believe, black Italian leather, or the other was green felt. And I like the contrast in color between the reddish brown of the mahogany wood and the green felt. So we'll get a quick look around. Again, same deal we have here. It feels very high quality, very well made, very, very exceptional workmanship on it as well. And on the bottom, again, we have the same deal, the 4 rubber feet and all too. Now, Dakota Irish, the company, or the craftsman, or whatever he wants to be called, or whatever it's referred to as, I've actually bought something from him before, and the reason I'm aware of all of these is because at a convention several years ago, which was Comic-Con IRL, I think it was after they did their name rebrand, but it was either MCM Ireland or Comic-Con IRL, same company, but you get the idea, just rebranded. He was up there with a stall with his family, And he showed off some of these, and I saw some of them in person. I really wanted them at the time, but I couldn't convince myself to buy them because while I had been dying to still get back into D&D, I hadn't really even taken a single step. No, that's not true. I did take one single step. I had previously bought, maybe a few months or maybe a year prior, the updated and most recent newly released versions of the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Handbook, and the Monster Manual. I want to say it's 5th edition off the top of my head. I couldn't be 100% sure. But I did manage to pick up something small in the meantime, just from himself, just to give, that's just the sound of the tripod closing into a handle. I did pick up a little small something just so I could take a step towards it. And here I am, a few years later, getting 2 Artisan, handcrafted, custom-made, individual, unique pieces from himself. Now, of course, dice trays, if you're not familiar with them, you shouldn't be this far in the video already. But as is the same in here, this is for storage for whatever. You can put some of your dice, your tokens, whatever. Or you can get, say, a mahogany crafted dice tower for assisting rolling your dice, which fits in perfectly in here. And because of the wood, it matches perfectly. The same with the wenge and all as well. It can go in there, and the same deal. This is generally for where you'd roll your dice so they don't, say, roll them on the coffee table and they go flying across the floor or whatnot. So it's a nice little one. And yeah, it's a nice little tool. It's a nice little extra to have. But there's one important thing that we've kind of lost out on at the moment, and that is what are these? Like, I can feel the felt, I can feel the leather, but how are they going to hold up to rolling dice? How are they going to feel? How are they going to sound? How are they going to roll when it comes to these 2 little individual beautiful units? If only I had some dice right here, right now. But wait, what is this? They look like dice. Now, where did they come from? Also, I just noticed a second ago, I didn't really even notice this during the initial demonstration, but he has his logo carved in on the front, which is very nice. The reason why I didn't notice it is it's very difficult to see on the wenge, from this angle at least anyway, because of the shadow and the color of the wood, but it really stood out on the front here. Also, I don't know if it's because of the types of wood or anything, but the wenge one does feel slightly heavier. Now, that could be down to the type of wood. It could be down to the fact that we're using leather on here versus just felt, or it could be a combination of both. Now, also, what's important to note is these dice here, these are nice, heavy, hefty metal dice, which naturally is how I like it. I like big, strong, tough metal dice. These are actually the ones I mentioned a little while ago that I picked up from Dakota Irish's stand a few years ago at the Comic-Con. So these are how I'm aware of these. Now, I've got a couple of other sets of dice and all as well, but we're going to test out. Let's get these down here, hopefully without breaking some glass. Let's get our D6, and we get a 20. These are the 2 important ones that we all love. So let's test them out first. Now, I'm a bigger fan of the mahogany, so we will start with that. Let's try a metal, heavy, hefty D6 on our mahogany with green felt. Let's give it another quick. Oh yeah, it's got the distance roll. Yeah, that's what I like. Because of the heftiness of metal dice, I always worry that sometimes that they're just going to roll. Like you've seen it once or twice when we rolled the D6, especially with this one because it's just a cube, where it rolls like twice and stops. But I do like that. Let's try the same again on the wenge. This one is Italian leather. It's definitely more absorbent. And we'll try our D20. Yeah, the letter's definitely thicker and more absorbent. Now let's try one other thing. We're going to try the whole. There we go. We're going to try the whole one, right? I like it. I like it. Let's try it one more time with the hefty metal set on our wenge and white leather. Oh yeah, they definitely, we'll just try with a small selection. I like it. I like it a lot. Now that's our metal. Of course, one of the important ones is durability. Because naturally, if you're rolling hefty metal dice for a long, long time, they're going to, you don't want it. You don't want it to mark anything. You don't want it to be, oh, I've rolled it 20 times on this and it's already denting and, you know, tearing away and whatnot. So thankfully, that's not the case. But just because you might not be such a huge fan of something like this, like I am with the metal dice, well, we've got a little bit more too. So we've got some more kind of standard, as you'd expect, nice purple marbleized plastic dice. Now, we're not going to go into the individual side of it as well. We're just going to go whole hog here. Definitely like that. Obviously, these are plastic, so even on the felt, they don't... Even the felt will dampen these a lot more than it would the heavy metal dice. But I can dig it. Let's try the same again, but on our wenge and Italian white leather. Oh, that's... I think for the plastic ones, I think I like them on here a little bit more. Interesting tie. Interesting tie. I hate trying to pick up a D4 with a... Well, I guess, I mean... With a full handful of dice. Interesting stuff. Now, because that's not everything for everyone, well, we still have one more to go. So we have another little something extra, something special. By the way, I do want to mention those plastic purple marbleized looking dice. They're just those ones are not from Dakota Irish. They're just Paladin brand dice. It's kind of just a generic dice company that make accessories and things like that as well. And these ones here, the kind of crystalline purple and green. It's kind of hard to see with the light and whatnot. These again these are just unbranded generic dice, but let's give it a try anyway on both different sides. So again, you'll have, as expected, the letter will dampen out your rolling sound that little bit more. Anywho, that's it for our two custom, handmade, artisan, unique, individual crafted dice trays with our wenge and white Italian leather and our rich mahogany with green felt. Of course, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the mahogany and felt as my personal favorite. However, I am enjoying the white leather more than I thought I would. Not just because of the color and the contrast, but I was never really big into the idea of the feel of it. And coupled with the sound dampening and whatnot too, is a nice little extra that does mark it up a couple in my book. So that's it for our lovely little custom treat unboxing for myself. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about any of these kind of things. If you're a fan, if you've ever heard of Dakota Irish, if any online campaigns you watch, or any online tabletop games or anything you watch use any of their products. If you've heard of them, if you're familiar with them, if you had any of the stuff you have yourself, if this has piqued your interest in any way. By the way, I will have a link in the description below. Again, it's no affiliation whatsoever, so it's just so you can check all that interesting stuff out yourself. It's definitely a nice little. Let's get one quick. Oh, that's not gonna work. Get one quick extra look in here. Remember, guys, I'm a professional. We got this nice little logo and all too. Again, you saw the lovely little custom boxes and everything they excuse me, I'm dying, I'm not going to edit that one out. Everything that they come with, it really feels like a custom, unique, individual, high-end experience for the whole thing. Definitely worth it. All individually handcrafted by a single craftsman here in Ireland. And yeah, peace out, guys. Let me know.